Okay, so we're going to do our FSD loop. Not so much a loop, but maybe it is. And it's a little bit through the city, a little up in the hills in Ventura. This is software 12.5.4.1. Some people are getting the .2 and saying it's making a difference. I know I get a small amount of throttle fluctuation when just going down certain roads. Like this is Victoria. If I take Victoria all the way to Oxnard, on the route down there, you can ever so slightly feel the throttle blipping a little bit. I think 2 versions ago it was kind of bad. Or was it last version? Might have been last version. It was very annoying, and it was pretty common in a lot of roads. Now I hardly see it in any of the roads, and when I do, it's annoying, and you can feel it a little bit as opposed to you're like really feeling it before. So they made it better, but they didn't get rid of it. On the freeway, it's perfectly fine, but of course it's not artificial intelligence. This is a Model X Legacy version. It is a Raven edition, so it has the upgraded suspension. Very noticeable difference. I think it has a few other things too. It's a performance model. I've had it since 2019, and I have about 7 more payments left on it. I think 8 more payments. So super happy about that. I think when I'm done making my last payment, I will have a couple little small things fixed that are just kind of cosmetic. Otherwise, mechanically, it's perfectly fine. Very narrow here. Might be a pothole up here. I have to disengage. No. It's a pothole that comes and goes. Can't believe it's 2024 and we still have to deal with so many potholes. We're going to go out and make a right turn on Foothill Road. And then take it up through the hills. This little test loop of mine has a lot of unprotected left turns, but they're in quiet neighborhoods, so it's not a challenging test. But right now the system is so good at driving, and I really mean so good at driving, that even these are kind of becoming unprotected left turns are becoming a bit on the boring side. I had a wonderful one today where it was just a highway and I had to make a left turn on it, and completely unprotected with lots and lots of traffic, and it did absolutely stellar. It just waited and waited and waited and waited until just the perfect timing. It's actually getting hard to find challenging things for the full self-driving to do. I think I'm down to one spot in Ventura where it seems to struggle, and that's getting off of the freeway at I think it's California Street. It did a little pop on the brake there, a little bit unnecessary, but not the worst thing in the world, but didn't need that. Previous versions, like 3, 4, 5 versions ago, stopping at the stop sign was always too far back because the stop sign would kind of become uncovered at the last moment. But since the artificial intelligence version 12, it has been really, really good. Just really good. Whenever I see people that kind of like bicyclists or pedestrians, like to just have my hand on the wheel just in case. This is so usable that my driving score has gone from, I think, an 88 or 89. This is a good one. Trash truck picking up cans. And yeah, go around. Yes, sir, we do. I use FSD so much now. I've gone from an 88 safety score up to a 98 to 99. Kind of fluctuates a little bit because sometimes I take over and it thinks I'm a little too close to the cars in front of me, I think, when it come to a stoplight. So it says following too closely. Okay, as I turn up the street here, at the end where there's a cul-de-sac, we'll give it a new, let's go add a stop, favorites, we'll say FSD2. Let's see, what you gonna do with the Amazon truck here? Amazon truck's gonna make a U-turn. We're gonna probably make a U-turn. Never used to do U-turns in this cul-de-sac at all until version 12 came along. Like butter. I'm telling you, this 12 is so damn good. Haven't experienced yet any micro throttling. I guess that's what I'll kind of call it, because you can feel that little pulsing micro throttling. Not visible from another car behind you, but you can feel it in the seat. That's a little overly cautious here. The next one I have it sending us to is test loop number 2. Take me back down to Foothill, then back up into the hills on another one. Then I'll just have it take me back home. City of Ventura. I don't know how well you can see it with that wide angle lens though. Left, but we have to deal with a yield sign and a hill on the right, which people could come flying up over. Okay, yield, it's clear on the right. I wish it would avoid this dip, but it never does. We're not avoiding potholes and dips yet. Super annoying. Little pop on the brake there. Trash cans out in the road, but it avoids them fine. Going a little slow for my preference, but there's a sharp turn right here. Which it should be taking quicker, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Trash can. Alright, I might give it a little gas here. Yeah, I'm going to give it a little nudge. There we go. Oh, that was interesting. It's never done that here. Never. Not even on version 12 it hasn't done that. That was almost a complete stop. My cameras are cleaned and wiped off, so I don't know what caused that little hiccup. Why it's turning on the turn signal. It's never done that here before either. And it's gonna come to, what are you doing? You're not even on the street you're supposed to be on. I noticed that sometimes happens now on version 12. If you're close to your destination marker, it's like it's trying to cheat and find a shorter way there. It stops paying attention to the navigation. Oh, you're not going to make it. And you can't back up, so I have to do that. All right, I'll do the backup. All right. Yeah, if your destination pin is to the left of you by 100 feet or so, I notice it will get a little bit ignoring the navigation system. And we'll even see that as I go back home, that it's going to go down this street here. And as it gets right here, approaching this intersection, it's going to want to start looking for a place to park. Then it starts realizing it needs to keep going, and it does so. Clear on the right. saw that Jeep at the last minute as there's a wall to the left, kind of like Chuck Cook's left turn, where you got to pull out far enough to look down the street, but of course it comes to a stop at the limit line, and I was a little concerned it might just keep going after it stopped, but nope, sure enough, it slowed down enough, and then that Jeep popped up around the corner. It waited for it and then proceeded. It's been getting that type of turn successfully completed. I'm gonna have to say 100% of the time now, it seems like. If it's not 100% of the time, it's like a 90, high 90s. But just because I want to, I still kind of poke my head around the corner and look. This left turn used to be a nightmare because the car would constantly ping pong between the two left turn lanes. It wouldn't pick one and just stick with it. Now it completely does, of course. So many issues gone, this drive can be a bit on the boring side. It's funny, generally coming down Victoria from here to my next turn, I don't get the micro throttling like I do on Victoria much farther down this road here to Oxnard. It's a peculiar thing that it does that. It's almost like the micro throttling is taking place at GPS coordinates than it's taking place under the conditions. This car has 86, almost coming on 87,000 miles since 2019. Oh, darn it. Damn fingerprints. Start getting over, and just as soon as I say it, of course. Need to get over one more lane, waits for the intersection to pass by, and moves over. I don't know if you saw it, but that person, oh, and there's a bicyclist here. I didn't see them. I might have cut them off. So that car up there that made the turn in front of us did not wait for the pedestrian like they should have. We did. And then when I thought it was safe to go, the bicyclist popped up that the car saw, I didn't see. I'm feeling the micro throttling right now, just a little bit. Can't wait to see if the next update fixes that. Just gives you that last bit of smoothness that you already get on the freeway. Unprotected left turn here through two different lanes and with a bit of obscured by the trees, but there's no traffic coming, so this will not be much of a test. Oh, well. Didn't need to do that. Needed to just keep going, but maybe with the trees there, it's just being safe, which is fine with me. Here's the part where we'll probably... Great, now you're not going to do it. Okay, well, I swear to God, most of the time it tries to almost come to a stop and look for a parking spot. And then sometimes we miss this alley. Let's see if we're going to miss it. Nope, we're not going to miss it. Oh, don't hit this car. Okay, well, having a bit of a problem here. So this guy is not doing much of anything. Well, we're here anyway, so what the hell's going on over here? All right, have a wonderful day, folks.